Time to finish this event.
Well, did you get a good look at all the games? Oh, and
Oh yeah, definitely the
fast.
Bunshin Phantasm is really good.
Bunshin, huh? I'm not surprised she's interested in learning that ninjutsu. I suppose I could find an opportunity to teach her.
Wait, you know how to make bunshin?
Well, if it's conjuring a body double to sit at the shrine in my place, that's child's play. I'm sure plenty of yokai can do the same. But best not let Nana find out. Pretend I didn't say anything, okay?
Well, we had to pick one, but honestly, all the ideas were pretty
It's
good.
Bunshin Phantasm. That's easy.
It's
Easy the
still
best.
early days, so there's no rush to make a decision. Plenty of novels at Yai Publishing House have opened on a high note, only to lose the plot halfway through. You can pick your favorite game once everyone's done with their work.
Wow, time really flew by today. It's so late already. The game booths were cool, but the food was even better. There were vendors selling dango milk, tricolor dango, rice cake, soup, you name it. Paimon saved the skewer just for you. Here, before it gets cold. Oh, no, of course not. If you don't want it, Paimon will eat it herself. Tastes great, right? Which means we should come back for more tomorrow. Wait. Do you see that up ahead? What's someone doing out this late? Huh. Their clothes look kind of weird. Oh, could they be one of those costume actors Miko mentioned? Hey,
Ooh. Huh. Ooh. I will use elemental skills around will burst on combat. You will be able to use parry and veil break. Using parry, the child will raise a weapon in a defensive stance, greatly decreasing damage taken. Parry is a fixed cooldown. It will gain Verity when using all attacks and charge attacks against your opponent. When you successfully parry, Verity will also complete over time. Max out on Verity, you can actively use Veil Break to deal massive damage. Huh. Veil Break is just my ult in this. Very cool. I didn't realize they were bringing the parry mechanic back. Okay. I'm pretty used to perfect parry characters.
what was that for? They attacked us out of nowhere! Something's not right about this. Be careful, traveler!
Okay, you're up on the thing. Can you... Huh. Okay. Trying to figure out where the movement is in the ranged attacks. It's much easier to do on the melee attacks. Okay, cool. Just the no moving playstyle. It's like playing Ben, except Ben moves around a lot. Is that it?
Traveler? Hey, well, you fought that strange person and made them disappear. But then, all of a sudden, you nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
Hmm. It is a dream.
So what was with that thunder just now? It came out of nowhere and what's wrong?
Has a nightmare returned to Inazuma once again?
So it was your thunder.
Hey, Komura! Time to go! The stalls are closed, so let's head home for the night. Hey, did you hear me? No more gaming tonight. We can come back tomorrow. Komura! Komura!
What's with the yelling? I can hear you just fine. Let's go.
Huh?
What? You're not coming? Why are you giving me that look?
Komura, weren't you over there just now?
Oh boy. Okay, can you just bring me to the next part? Ah, right. Whack shit is happening.
What happened last night? We couldn't find anyone to discuss it with because it was so late. Well, Miku and the others should be at the grounds by now, right? Let's go talk to them.
Bruh. Okay, really? Oh, come on. Oh, that's fucking raining? Really? Oh my god, why? Right when I'm fighting a cryo enemy.
Huh. Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere. Are we too early?
Did you hear? Someone encountered a doppelganger here last night.
A doppelganger? You mean,
Like, you know what they say. Anyone who sees their doppelganger will be replaced by them within 3 days.
that's just a folktale.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Yeah, it's a pretty famous one, huh? A friend being replaced by a complete stranger? Also, the timing is a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Could be related to what we saw last night. The whole doppelganger thing sounds kind of like what Sayu was talking about with Bunshin Phantasm. Maybe something went wrong with Kichiboshi's powers? Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere.
No one's here.
Huh? Well, if it is Sayu we're talking about, it's definitely weird. Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. He snuck away again. He's constantly looking back. Paimon's calling it now. Something fishy is a good point. He could be on his way to meet someone.
Don't bring me back to the... Okay, good, you're not having me make do the
Reporting
stealth
back.
stuff.
Nothing suspicious to note at the Bunshin Phantasm booth. It's possible there's no connection to the incident from last night.
See, did you find any other clues?
Zara?
Good morning, you two. Duh.
What's going on here?
I was wondering who was daring enough to sneak up one of our detectives. Maybe I should have expected it to be you. I guess that makes us the hunted. Traveler, Paimon. Yeah, something sus going on.
I have failed as a detective.
Considering Traveler's skill, the fault is not with you.
So, what's going on? What are you investigating?
Well, about that. Fortunately, my orders permit me from sharing that information with you.
What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
Those orders came from the Shogun.
An astute observation, traveler. Tell her the truth.
Shogun!
What? The Shogun is here?
I
You
believe this is A.
recognized me with a single glance?
Yep. Shogun, we still haven't completed the investigation.
It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend. Her gaze, her presence, her mastery of several types of elemental energy. There is no mistake. And we need her help.
Understood. The investigation team was set. Oh, okay. Set to survey a piece of land. Yesterday, the Tenure Commission received a report that the team was found unconscious in the field. Like that, their group appeared to have become trapped in an endless nightmare, unable to wake up.
No, please! Stay away!
Taking intermittent traces of yokai power where they were found, followed the traces and ended up here, just outside the festival grounds. Should we call off the festival? Fortunately, it's not that simple. You've heard the rumors about the doppelgangers, yes? We suspect the culprit has the ability to change form, allowing them to spread misinformation at will. They may have already infiltrated the festival grounds. If we call off the festival, we may give them a chance to escape amidst the chaos. Even the slightest movement could alert them. Locking down the festival grounds could provoke them to attack, which would endanger the public.
You're right. That's a big risk.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone.
But if they attack again? Very valid concern. Last night we dispatched a group of soldiers to the festival grounds and remained undercover to keep an eye on things. We also blocked off several nearby roads under the pretext of construction, so we can keep civilians away as much as possible. Even Almighty Shogun has taken it upon herself to patrol the area all night.
Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
Thank you.
Ah, so the thunder we heard was you!
Apologize for our failings, Shogun. You should not have had to intervene.
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan with Miko. I did not show myself once I saw you were safe, and for that, I apologize.
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it fades in and out, it never strays from Mount Yogo.
Which means, if the culprit infiltrated the festival grounds, they must still be nearby. The only people close to the grounds last night were the staff and contestants staying at the
Miko
shrine.
is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else.
Is that why you need my help?
The Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous. But as the judge of the competition, you can ask questions without arousing suspicion.
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an imposter among us?
Among us.
Precisely. Traveler, I understand
Mogus.
these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position. But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger.
I understand. I'll do my best.
Thank you.
And I don't have to do any of the
Truly
deduction
hope
myself.
The situation is not as grave as it seems.
What are you guys gonna do now?
Nope. Okay. Well, there's only so much that we can learn that way, so I think we need to find a way to slip onto the grounds. It's better for us to be at the scene if something goes wrong. I fear the Shogun is far too revered a figure for that. If she realizes the grounds, it will certainly cause a stir.
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan. The preparations are underway as we speak.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Somehow scheme seems more accurate.
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
You don't even know. Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have to do any of the deduction myself, because the game will just do it for me.
Where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion.
Among Us? Imposter sus?
Looks like some
Vent?
team is already here. Well,
Venting?
we'll just
Vent?
leave
I want
it
to vent. Vent. Imposter Among Us. Hehe. I'm gonna stop now. That's ridiculous.
So tired. I don't feel rested at all. How come you two have so much energy?
Kichiboshi. It's not a nice thing to say to a friend. Sayu's probably just tired because she came up with all the ideas yesterday. Need a break, Sayu? I can start thinking about the ending stages in the meantime. It's been forever since we've done something fun together. You need to have enough energy to enjoy it.
Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Chichibushi, too. Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances.
Hmm.
White fur! Yellow fur!
Oh, you guys are here bright and early.
Yeah, well, the Traveler's judging this thing, so we can't slack off.
Still, you don't need to make anything, so what's the rush?
Yeah. If the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency. Oh, no, it's just,
Seriously, Paimon?
well, so we wanted to come early to rip
Ugh.
acting super strange.
This would be the point where it's like the traveler extends their hand out with like the shaky head and then just smacks Paimon down to the ground. Like the scene where Ruby meets Winter and Weiss just fucking punches her in the fucking head. Or well, I think she's more like the lower right or the upper right back. I think more like. But yeah, that's what I imagine happening in like an animated scenario. That's hilarious. I don't know. Looking at the R&R. You know what? Me too. I thought of adding them to our game, considering the dream theme and everything. But again, the ideas just wouldn't come together.
Yum!
No, it's not a food. You're not like small yokai from Sumeru. They're super friendly and cute. Can give you good dreams. That describes you too, Kichiboshi. Ever go to Sumeru, I'm sure you'll be considered a good Nara.
Good banana?
That is not even the same word.
Sumeru, The dreams there are supposed to be special. Did you witness a dream or something?
Sorry, that dream is a little hard to describe. It's really hard to use as reference material.
Alright.
I guess it was the kind where a lot of things happened. Anyway, it's a long story. Have to wait until after the competition. Traveler and I can tell it together. Sounds good. Oh shoot, where did the time go? You have so many levels to design
You should get
today.
out of your fur, hair, then. Bye, white fur. Bye, yellow fur. Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
Do you still remember the original meaning of our
Oh,
journey?
yeah, totally. It was...
I
Anyway,
figured.
Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and... Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Leaning into the judge angle is probably a safer bet. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now.
And speaking of, where the fuck is Ito? Bro is just gone. There's just random yokai here now. Like there's yokai who's here to have fun. Also, it looks like you can play uh, that one with other people. It's definitely a yokai, but it's specifically a mischievous one. But I can't think of any specific yokai right now. There are a lot of them. Heck, we have a bunch of characters that are
We were hoping to
yokai
learn a bit
characters you
more
can
about
actually
the
play.
philosophy behind your game.
Everything
Because
from
now it's
Onis to
time.
Nekomatas to the Kitsune to a Tengu. We have a lot of them. Looks like our judges are hard at work this morning.
Philosophy?
Philosophy.
Oh, boss can
Someone explain that one?
Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
And he's back at it this morning.
Those are that much praise, but when it comes to the talking part, I guess I am the best person to answer your questions.
Time for an interview.
Interview?
Ask away, judges. You should this game with anyone in mind. From a design standpoint, we want it to be a game for everyone.
Not so fast.
It's right then. Allow me to revise my answer. Our target audience includes growing children ages 0 to 18.
Makes sense. Kids need a little exercise here and there.
Second would be active adults, ages 18 to 40.
Adults have
This would be older adults.
older adults.
Finally, we have older people who are still full of life.
Ah, okay. Wait. That includes everyone.
We can't forget about the yokai, right? This game is for humans, and yokai like it from.
But Yoroi.
Because he's trapped in a statue. You seem to agree with each group, Pokemon. Unless you tend to change your tune.
Next question.
I have it. Hope that answered your question, judges.
Not a single stupor.
Never underestimate a housekeeper. I'm sure the interview is only one part of the evaluation process. We'll see what you think when you play the game yourself. I already have. It's pretty good. Which reminds me, I should probably get back to work on the stage. I'm going to give it a try one more time. Should be my pleasure.
Yeah. Well, Toma's answers were all very. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time too. So we're back at square one.
Okay, this one's going to be like a Goro is just going to be, yo, no. They're just not here. Gilbo Koban is the only one here.
White fur and yellow fur are here early.
You're here alone?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Soul Lady. Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Wait, did you say behind us?
You have questions for me, I presume?
Hook me! A little warning next time.
I mean, I guess he's the one that warned us, but like you already know why we're here. I heard about the doppelganger incident. When I saw you around the venue just now, it wasn't hard to connect the dots. That's sus. So what you want to know... Energy. Okay, yeah, that's good enough.
In a tree? Dry berry?
Paimon.
Sorry.
So if you can leave it there, right? You don't need to ask any more questions, I would imagine. Yep, all good. Gobo Koban, he was in the shrine all night, and I can't imagine he's the criminal you're searching for.
Yobo Koban is a criminal?
No, of course not.
In the clear. Is good?
Very good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
She left after receiving a message in the middle of the night. Looking back on it, perhaps it's related to your own investigation. Oh, as she left, I heard her whisper under her breath, ordering me around in the middle of the night. Who does she think she is? Miko. Probably need an expert on nightmares to help formulate a strategy. Well, I guess that also confirms Mizuki's identity.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko.
Did you finish up your work?
I left a rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in.
Just like that, you let down your guard. And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Paimon. Keep joking like this. I want 30% of the profit.
Greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20.
You're the only one in Inazuma who would do that.
It's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
What did you do last night?
Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares, analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival.
but I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think?
Even so, I think you should take a break, Miss Mizuki. Gilbert Cobalt and I can handle the game development in the meantime. I learned a lot yesterday. I'm sure I can handle a few design elements while you get some rest. We can't ever lead developer out of commission. I'm not confident I can bring our vision to fruition
You're
on my
very
own.
persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams.
Did it say Feat? It's the wrong feet. That's funny. Feat instead of Feet.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years.
Sounds like you haven't forgotten
You
either.
know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth shut, little one. Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right?
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
That sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt. Make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand. That. Oh, A didn't tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival.
Oh, riding
Please
herself.
welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
Is this Shogun or A? It's the Shogun. Almighty Shogun. Is here in person?
So this was your plan, Miko?
It is A.
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance.
Almighty Shogun's presence is bound to cause a stir. Instead of struggling to maintain a low profile, it's better for her to step into the open. And it means a detective can slip into the venue alongside the retinue without turning any heads at all. In the presence of the Shogun, not even the most cunning of criminals can let down their guard. Their every move needs to be faultless. The more you focus on getting one thing right, the easier it is for the rest to become cracks in the glass. That's what Miko wants us to take advantage of. Using the Almighty Shogun as bait. Lady Gucci is as daring as ever.
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions.
Intel was very useful, actually. We don't know how things will unfold, but I have a feeling the truth will be revealed soon. In the meantime, stick to the Shogun. We need everyone focused on her. I'll do my best. Under my command, the Lieutenant Commissioner will remain on high alert. If anything goes wrong, report back to me at once. These persons definitely caused a stir, but it didn't take long for the festive atmosphere to return. Maybe a day will come when A can leave Tenshukaku and it won't be so out of the ordinary. I can now do with riding in one of those. It'd be hilarious.
What a day of hard work. Where did the
Oh,
Almighty Shogun, glory to your everlasting.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Ah, you must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet you remind me of someone.
Oh,
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings.
He's working.
I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities.
Right away.
3 orders?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere.
Festivals for everyone, including you.
Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon. And
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
of course, I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumekui Baku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
Really? Yes, let's go!
Let's go to the hot springs
Well,
now.
game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all. So I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would!
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Aw, that's too bad.
No, I'm not going either.
I almost forgot.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Almighty Shogun, your dango milk is ready.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all.
I'm sus already.
Alright, now we can talk freely. I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything? Exactly. I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Trav. Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming?
I'll explain it. Just have fun.
Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Doesn't mean you chose to stay behind on our behalf.
What makes you say that? If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more. As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue. Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally, that person should be me. What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
I'll take that as a yes.
What clever verbal tricks, traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko.
It's an honest
You
offer.
think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure. Persistent indeed. Very well.
Cool. We get to do more stuff with A now. Very cool. I like doing stuff with A in game. Still one of the cooler characters. All the Archons are just really cool. Interesting that it's swapped from Tomoki to Inoue. Yeah, I'm kind of sus at this dude.
As I said, let's wait until midnight.
We're not going at midnight, we're going at 21. It's close enough, I guess. 9 p.m.
Well, shall we head out? All right.
The empty bathhouse.
Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring.
Is it your first time here?
Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku. But the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma. And that was 500 years ago. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And naturally, the body of the Shogun has no need for such luxuries.
Hiragi Hiroshi.
The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed.
Do with what's happening right now?
What makes you say that?
The look on your face.
Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces. Creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumeku Ibaku could do nothing to wake them. Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them.
I woke up in the nightmare yesterday. Would that have happened to me? Then he must be worried because it happened to someone back then.
Yes.
Oh, which of her friends? What happened?
unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down. No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again. Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh,
Oh, it's you two.
before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party? Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess both of us?
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
I understand the reasoning, but why not do it yourself?
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Good point.
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out. Oh no! Someone's unconscious.
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
She's awake.
Going on?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you.
I almost fainted again just now. Yes. I was on my way to Uyu restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree.
It was just you.
It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight. And in that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock.
A doppelganger? In Inazuma City?
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too. Could it be the work of
Strongest
Now that
instances
we
of
have
yokai
an
are all here.
understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a random street in Inazuma City...
Bad news, Shogun!
Attempt?
Another victim at the festival. Kappa.
Oh wait, that's a
What?
yokai.
Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Oh.
Kappa! Kappa!
Excuse me.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Shogun, the fault is mine. Tenyu Commission failed to protect these on our
Was not
charge.
the time to cast blame.
We failed you. There's no trace of the enemy.
Split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground. Oh, him.
In the Bakudana transformation, there was no trace of yokai power at the scene. It's almost like the culprit methods are getting more sophisticated. Also seem to appear without warning. Seems like it.
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare.
The yokai, Kappa.
Should have anticipated the culprit might resort to more sophisticated methods.
It was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers. Sarah, what is the status of the other contestants and staff?
Well, normal. I asked the Yashiro Commission to move them to a secure location just to be safe.
By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival...
Wait,
What is it, Miko?
you're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the... Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare? Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoen could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
You flatter me, Lady Gucci. I do have a few ideas. Up to this point, we've only detected traces of the nightmare creature around Mount Yogo, and our doppelganger appears in Inazuma City. Original thought that was the culprit infiltrated the venue to evade capture. If so, there would be no reason for them to risk exposure by continuing to change form. Rather than concluding that the nightmare creature, on top of everything, now has the ability to disappear without a trace, I think there's a different possibility. Entities appear at the same time and place. That's why the Tenure Commission conflated the two at first. But if we ignore this nightmare creature and look at the doppelganger in isolation, the culprit's motive is clear. That's right, because of the folktale about doppelgangers, the culprit was able to incite panic without attacking anyone at all. But after the Tenure Commission secured the venue, the culprit appeared in Inazuma City so that the panic would spread. But what is the end goal? Panic doesn't seem like enough of a motive. Right, panic is a means to an end, but I think the shift to Inazuma City proves something. Whatever their goal, terrorizing one location wasn't enough. And since Inazuma City is their new target, the person they're impersonating at the festival should be absent, unless the culprit found a way to cover their tracks and incite more panic by leaving behind a stand-in.
Kappa is made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding in Inazuma City.
Not just that, replacing one person wasn't enough. If multiple people are replaced at once, they can cover for each other.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too.
Kind of transformation is said to have a particular weakness. If the subject is frightened, the sky starts to crumble. Isn't that right, Yoko and Hitotsume Kozo?
It's a Bakeganeki tail.
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tatsunosuke? They're getting away!
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves?
No fighting! Let's go!
Oh. It was the friggin' just a bunch of Bakedanaki.
Bakeganeki, those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them!
Okay, that one.
Pirates had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakeganeki tricks?
Nothing's working! The humans are catching up!
Little rascals!
You wish!
These are very good voice actors for him.
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize us!
Can I not hit this one? Okay.
You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm on fire.
Tatsunosuke, you idiot! Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires! Hear that, Traveler? Bonfires! 3 of them! We'll show them stupid! Ouch! Transform! They're gone again! Oh, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or brick? Oh!
Okay, I see. So it's the different ones. Are you up there? Where's this last one? Where's the different one? Oh, is it this one? Ha.
We're almost rid of them.
The little skittering. That's enough. I will not fail the Shogun again because of you.
The Tengu! He's a cheater!
Surrender now, and I'll spare your life.
Tengu, why are you helping the humans?
My loyalty to the Shogun. Humans and yokai are no different in my eyes.
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans.
Shogun sent people to steal our land!
Nonsense. The Shogun would never give such an order.
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home.
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to work all night.
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
I think there's some misunderstandings.
Stay back! Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement. These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
We have a solution.
Truly?
If the nightmares come from the abyss, there's something I can try.
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere.
How long have we been hiding?
No idea. If Ioroi was still around, he would remember.
Shh, quiet!
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans, and humans alone.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right?
No.
Quiet!
What is that?
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, hold on! We're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened.
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This.
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Bastama...
The humans are coming for me.
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival.
How?
Basto!
How about...
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, traveler?
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Just my way of dealing with the abyss.
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
Looks like they're confused. They still seem wary of humans. But it has something to do with a long time of hiding.
Oh, that explains all the boss tome of this and boss tome of that. That was the only thing they could imitate. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. I can't believe we missed something so
Like Heijo, if his skills only worked in hindsight.
Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
More or less.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Tanuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him? It's not far.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Hazo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains.
Yes, Shogun. Oh, both characters that aren't voiced. Yeah, let's go talk to Eroi. Oh, I have to swap to a new recording.